Fellas, today's topic, well, firstly, welcome back. Today's topic is a very simple one. Life does not have to be a repetition of work and gym, or study and gym. So this video is made for the younger guys, the younger version of myself. I'm 23 now. If this is your first time around the channel, welcome. I'm Thailand. And right now I'm running this YouTube channel designed to make content, educational content for my younger self, but also I'm working full-time hospitality in my family business. And obviously, life can seem a bit mundane. You know, chances are the only things that you've got going for yourself is work and gym. That's it. You're not really socializing. I'm not really socializing now. You know, we've quit the video games, we've quit the bad habits, and then we have this kind of void, this emptiness, which unfortunately sometimes gets filled with the bad habits again. I've fallen for that many times. I've gotten very productive, and then I realized, wait, yes, I'm productive. Yes, I'm working, but my life is so empty that I've got like stretches 6 to 7, 8 hours, or even entire days, consecutive days, where I've got nothing more productive planned. I've absolutely got nothing more, apart from the gym and work, of course, nothing more planned. And that void gets filled with scrolling, doom scrolling, pornography, weed, video games. I used to play video games as well. I sold my PC setup a month ago. It used to be 4070 Ti, 32 gigabytes of RAM, 4 terabytes of SSD, NVMe M.2, Ryzen 7 7800 3DX or some shit like that. So it was a great fucking PC, and anytime I had free time, I would just smoke weed and jump straight onto the PC and play some games. To the point where my life looked like this. Wake up, go to the gym if, you know, I'm feeling good that day, go to the gym, come back home, stay home in four walls in stagnant air for hours, and then go to work for hours and repeat every single day. And I became self-destructive. And what happens is now you start to lose hope, and I started to lose hope as well. Chances are you're going through the same thing. If you're doing the same thing in and out, sure, at the first, it's all the grind lifestyle, right? The hustle, the watching the motivational videos and just discipline. After 2 months, you start questioning your sanity, and you start to lose that motivation. You start to lose the vision that you have of your future. You start to question, is this even worth it? You know, I feel self-destructive. Every single night, I feel anxious when I go to bed. I feel lonely. You know, I don't remember the last time I had an attention from any women. I don't remember the last time I talked to a guy and we had a deep, good conversation. I'm saying these about myself too, by the way. But chances are you're going through the same things. And what's important to realize is life doesn't have to be this way. Life does not have to be this hustle grind. This day in, day out of, you know, doing tasks and regressing, not making that much progress as a human, as a person. Mental health goes down, self-beliefs go down, and you start to question yourself. You lose hope in the future. You lose that vision. Some days where you just have a rut, you're like, fuck it, I'm just going to play some video games, man. I earned it, right? I've worked so hard. So here is how I structured my week. This week, honestly, I don't remember because it was so busy and so structured, but it was quite well. This week, I spent a little bit of time wasted, unfortunately. I was overseas not too long ago. I came back and the system was all over the place, had to get back into it, whatnot. Excuses, cool. My week, I went to on Wednesday, I went to the beach, Bondi Beach, around 11 o'clock in the morning. We were looking for a new shop, a new storefront to expand our business to. So right now we have 2 shops and we're looking to expand it to a new one. And so I went to Bondi Beach with my dad and we walked around and had a look at the shop, had a nice cafe. I went to a nice cafe, right? Had some nice coffee, got sunlight walking up and down the street, educating ourselves about the area. I did a bit of manifestation, law of attraction kind of exercises as well. So what that means is I was walking up and down Bondi Beach, picturing myself as if I was living there. And I changed my emotions and my state of like my energy state to a point where I felt as if I was living there for like the past 10 years. And I pretty much live there. So I did a few exercises like that. And then around 3 o'clock, head back to work. This was Wednesday. I went to work and I worked from 5 o'clock till 10 o'clock. Pretty productive day. I could have just stayed home that day. I could have just stayed home and filled up my time with something else and taken the train and just gone to work that way. But I went to the beach. I looked for shops. I surveyed the area, potential business, how's the foot traffic, where are people going, potential competitors, whatnot. I got sunlight, fresh air, serotonin, my dopamine receptors actually calmed down a little bit. My testosterone increased, my energy actually increased because I've been in the sun and I was walking. I actually ended up getting 4,000 to 6,000 steps that day. Put on a little bit of a tan, had a nice coffee with my dad, bonded with my dad. You see how it doesn't have to be work and gym forever. It doesn't. These little things that we do contribute to character development, honestly, and it genuinely spices up life. So then on Thursdays are my days off. It's my family day. I just don't do anything except for family. What we usually do is meet up at 6 o'clock nighttime for just dinner. So until 6 o'clock, I'm doing absolutely nothing. Instead, it's summertime in Australia. We decided, let's just go to Bondi Beach again and spend the entire day there. And guess what? While we're there, we'll also still check out the area and see if it's suitable for our business. Hit two birds with one stone. And guess what? On top of that, I brought my laptop. I, packed my bag with my microphone, my laptop and my phone and everything, my journal as well. And I went to a cafe. Instead of working at home, four walls, boring, whatnot, I went to a cafe and I recorded 2-3 videos that day. I sat, had my coffee, I put up my camera, right? I recorded myself and made a video. I had a nice acai bowl, something healthy, something clean, sat under a tree. I did some yoga on Thursday, It's not just work and gym. These little things, I still worked, but I was outside. I was at Bondi, one of the most touristic, one of the best, beautiful beaches in the world. And I was still productive. I still got my exercise in. I still got sunlight in. I still, bonded with my family and spent time with them. And I did research about the potential for a business there. These little things, guys. This morning I woke up and usually what I do is I go to the gym straight away. I woke up, sure, I've wasted a little bit of time. I didn't get enough sleep last night. But I went to a cafe first. I got a nice little coffee, sat in the sun. I had my coffee and then I had a bit of coconut water before the gym. And then I walked slowly to the gym. I did my workout nice and slow. I did everything. After the gym, I decided, you know what? I feel like walking down the other side of my place where I live to this place by the river, going and sitting and having another coffee just because I feel like it. And then I pulled out my journal. I journaled a little bit, sat there back in the chair, breathed. And I was like, oh, this is beautiful. I'm feeling amazing. My hormones are optimized. My emotions are optimized. My energy is optimized. I feel great. And then I came back home and I've been recording videos for the past hour now. Here I am just recording some videos. See, I could have just stayed home and just done nothing and just stayed home and it just, forced myself to record. But I think the fact that I was outside, the fact that I did my gym and I went to the cafe and I did a little bit of thing and I walked to the gym and I walked back from the gym. I walked everywhere. I got 5,000, 6,000 steps in. I got my exercise in. I got my sunlight in. My cafe, my going out desire fulfills, my being outdoors desire fulfilled. I've optimized my dopamine receptors because obviously I didn't stay home and just scroll on my phone or just do some random shit. I got fresh air, right? This is all small things. You might think, well, yeah, okay, cool, but whatever. But it goes beyond that. As simple as the fact that I got 4,000 steps in. There have been many days, chances are you're doing the same thing, where you get absolutely no steps in. That is so unhealthy. That's how we, develop back pain 5 years later, and how our blood pressure increases 3 years later or something, or how we become so stressed and anxious where 5 years later we lose our hair. It's these small things that build up that stress that cause that thing. And the biggest, The biggest consequences of just gym, work, repeat is that stress that you're building up in your head. If of that, like, holy shit, like I'm sick of this. Sure, this is like productive for me, but again, you can still be productive while making the most of your time. You know, you can still go to work, but you might head up to a cafe 5 minutes before work and sit down and enjoy the air. You know, we work on a street where towards the most of the day it gets sunlight. So when I don't have customers, instead of just staying inside and scrolling on my phone, I go straight outside and I just sit in the sun and I just stand up around the sun. I get some sunlight, breathe some fresh air, talk to people. Those little small things really add up and they change your life. You know, it's lifestyle design. Do you really want to be the kind of guy that's living that life forever of just work and gym, of work and gym? Wake up, get ready, go to the gym, get ready, go to work, come back home, shower, eat, sleep. Do you really like it? Doesn't sound fun. It doesn't sound fun at all. It doesn't sound interesting. It is not something that, you know, if I think about this as a lifestyle, okay, when I get to 30, 35, is this the lifestyle I want to live? I wouldn't make that investment. I wouldn't. So why are you making that investment today? You can make these small changes. Honestly, the biggest advice that I ever got through watching YouTube and learning and whatnot is that dream life that you have, live it now. And you can do that right now. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to Bondi whenever I get the chance and, you know, practicing law of attraction and manifestation and stuff and really getting myself into that area. I'm going to the gym and I'm going to my cafes and I'm enjoying my morning coffee. I'm dressing up nicely. I've just recently redone my wardrobe. I've gotten like linen clothing and whatnot. The business that I do, you know, content, I do YouTube. I get to do that at whatever time I like. You can absolutely do this right now. When you're young, this is the pre-season. This is the foundations. We are building the foundations. But building the foundations does not mean it is just work and gym and repeat. Because if you do work and gym and repeat, 3-4 years later, what happens is you become socially awkward and retarded. You become a recluse. You stop, you know, you become this single dimensional guy. You do, for example, like I'm 23. And not to blow smoke up my own ass, but to kind of show you that, okay, I've kind of lived that, you know, whole idea of firstly, it's not just work and gym, but also live the life that you would want to live today. I know how to play the guitar. I can speak a tiny bit of Thai and a tiny bit of Indonesian, like I mean a tiny bit, right? I can play football. I know how to swim and surf. I've been traveling around the world. I've gone camping trips many times. I've hiked up a mountain. I did that, backpacking. A couple other skills that come into mind is, I mean, I go to the gym. That's not really a skill. I do martial arts. You know, I can read, I can write things, I can do some skills on editing or software or whatever. My social skills are really nice, really good. These are all things that I've built up over the time because I haven't just been doing work and gym, but I've been doing work and gym beside all of these things. Ideally, in a day where you work and gym and you come back home, you don't turn on the TV. You don't have a reason to. You know, that's because you've woken up early, you've gone for a walk in a beautiful sunrise or something, an hour before you have to go to work. You enjoyed a coffee, maybe with your wife, your girlfriend, your friend. Go to the gym, work out, do a sauna session today, do a bit of cardio, go to work, do what you got to do. While you're at work, read if it's not busy, you know, work on your side projects. Bring your laptop to the cafe, bring your laptop to school, bring your laptop places and just write and just work or come up with ideas. Bring a journal, a book everywhere with you. Keep that with you. It's self-development, these little things. It spices up life as well. You know, instead of recording videos every single day in my room, I could decide one day, you know what? I'm going to go to this rooftop bar. Not that I drink. I don't drink, by the way. And the reason why I say rooftop bar is I was at Bondi last few days ago and I saw this rooftop bar and I was like, fuck, I would love to go there right now, pull up my laptop, record a few videos with the view, sit back, enjoy a coffee. I looked at the menu. It's only alcohol, no coffee. So I didn't go up. Fuck. But you could do that. You could just, instead of hosting a meeting or something virtually, and this is only if it's a possible thing, it's just some very niche idea, you could meet up for a meeting and say, you know what, we're going to meet in the city and we're going to do a mastermind for 3 hours in this place that I know, and we're just going to talk about business. I used to do that with my friend. When I started YouTube a couple of years ago, I remember in 2022, me and my best friend at the time used to do YouTube together. And many times we would go to each other's houses and do YouTube together and motivate each other. Or we would go to the city dressed up nicely, right? We would, do some skincare routine, dress up nicely, bring our laptops and go to the city and bring up our laptops. And we'd be sitting like next to the harbor bridge on this beautiful cafe, breathing the fresh air in, living that life, and just working on our laptops. And it genuinely increases your satisfaction. It is so much better than just being locked in for the past 4 months consecutively in your bedroom, forced to work and to just gym, work and gym, work and gym. That's how you end up getting off the path as well. It becomes boring. It becomes a bit too much. You don't see the end. Self-improvement, you don't see the end of it because you just turn into this one-dimensional person. You lock yourself away from living as well. And it's important to live while you're being productive, because when you live and you become productive, more productive, because your life satisfaction increases, your mental health gets better. Suddenly you're excited to wake up in the morning and go for a walk, because guess what? You're a part of a run club now. And it's so much better to walk with other people or run as part of a run club or with your best friends, for example. You decided to move in with your best friends at the beach. Get a 3-bedroom house, 5 boys, share it, make it work, and you're all renting it all together. But then the life satisfaction is every morning you're waking up, you're going for a run together. You're going out and you're going to the beach for a surf. You're working on the same business together. Life satisfaction, guys, is very important. Lifestyle setup and lifestyle design is very, very important. Because again, it's nice being productive. It's nice being this grind, hustle kind of guy. But there comes a time where you come to a breaking point. You become anxious. You start to develop a lot of stress. You start to lose vision of the future. It starts to become gloomy and dark. You lose social skills. You become lonely for long enough where you become sad. But hey, you're grinding, but it doesn't matter because every day is a slog and it shouldn't feel like that way. Honestly, it shouldn't. It absolutely shouldn't. I honestly think you make more progress the happier you are and the more fulfilled you are as a person. When you can get up in the morning and look forward to that run because it's fun, as opposed to it's discipline or it's just, I got to do it because it's the grind. There's another concept, romanticizing the grind. This is literally the mindset. We are making the grind more romantic, aren't we? We're turning the grind into a lifestyle, a sustainable lifestyle where we actually enjoy the grind. Instead of grinding in the gym on the cardio machine, go grind and walk around the city, around the beach. Go move somewhere else. These little things, guys. Lifestyle design. I hope this video helped you and give you a bit of inspiration. We'll leave it there. I'll see you next time. My voice is so dry right now. Fuck.